So yesterday, what did we have? This big red day. All of a sudden, we got the panic going again. We have a lot of redness in the charts, a lot of redness on crypto bubbles. We saw yesterday what was going on. Now, this is why I am here. I am here every day. I'm here to bring you guys calmness and explain the market that we are in. We need to understand the market that we are in. We need to understand the stage that we are currently sitting in this market and how to be playing this market. We need to start relaxing, start breaking down. We need to just be a lot more patient in this market as well. And you will soon see why and why we should be basically just changing our mindset. Our mindsets are going to change many times during the cycle. We have different cycles. We have different sort of ways we should approach the market at specific times. And obviously, we've had this massive dominance drop. We've had a big change in the market. And now it's time to start shifting that mind and understand how do we work this market. So guys, welcome to everyone. I am Sheldon the Sniper. Come to you every day with Ran. I come with the TA, technical analysis, and I fight these markets for you every single day. I fight Bitcoin for you, dominance for you, Ethereum, all the altcoins. I sit and I make sure that we sort of have momentum on where are we in the market. And my goal is for us to create the biggest community on the planet where we all have each other's back, because this is what it's about. It's us against the big guys, and it's time for us to come together, work as a team, help each other out, and build a massive community. So like I said, I'm Sheldon the Sniper. Before we carry on, because what I'm going to do there for you guys today is I'm going to explain what happened yesterday, explain where we are. Before we go on, I'd like you guys to like, subscribe, and push the notification bell. Not only is that going to give you all of our information, not only are you going to get to see me every day and you're going to have me sitting next to you every day helping you through this market. It's also going to enter you into our Banter bag competition. What basically happened is we put $10,000 into specific allocations. And when we hit to 250,000 subscribers, we are going to be giving that away to the public. Now, not only is it just the Banter bags, I think we're sitting over $300,000. It is going to fluctuate, but between $300,000 to $500,000 is where the bags are currently sitting already. And the fact that it was a $10,000 investment just shows you that those are well on their way. We think definitely between $2 to $4 million by the time we get there, maybe more. Let's see how things go. But like, subscribe, join us, and let's create the biggest community every day. Also, sorry guys, follow us on Twitter. Follow myself, Sheldon_Sniper. I've recently just gotten the Twitter all sorted, which is good. So I'm starting to push through on all the updates. I wanted the market to settle a bit so I can get them all out. I help you guys with stop losses. I help you guys with take profits. It's about getting the understanding of where we are, and make sure you follow Crypto Banter on Twitter as well, and Ran, and this all enters you into the Banter Bags competition. So let's get going. Let's get started. Let's see what happened yesterday, and let's see why that happened yesterday. So 2 days ago, we've been rallying. These Bitcoins, these altcoins have just been going and going and going. And remember, guys, that yes, it's awesome that they get going, but it is natural for us to have short-term retracements. And as we said with the dominance, we've been chatting about the main support break on dominance, which was basically at the 60.50% level on the dominance. Once we dropped that, we have accelerated downwards. Money has been leaving Bitcoin, going into the altcoins. But remember that nothing just goes in a straight line. We are going to have the times where the dominance is going to retrace a bit, and it is going to turn a little bit focused back to Bitcoin. Why? Because Bitcoin is still the king of crypto. We need to always make sure that Bitcoin is still holding levels. So what happened yesterday? Bitcoin started to get weak. It started to fall down. Now, remember previously the last 2-3 weeks, the last 2-3 months actually, that dominance was working in the favor of the alts when Bitcoin was falling. So when Bitcoin was turning downwards and it was starting to fall, dominance was falling with it as well. So the alts don't hurt too much. So they were hurting, but they were hurting 2, 3, 4%, 5%, not too bad. Now the difference is because the focus has shifted. When Bitcoin goes up now, the dominance drops, which means the altcoins go berserk when Bitcoin goes up, which is great. But now we need to know that the reverse, everything has now changed. What I mean by that is, now when Bitcoin drops, now the altcoins are going to drop a lot more as well. knowing though that the altcoins are pumping 20, 30, 40% over 3-4 days, and then they get a 10, 15% retracement. Then they go another 10, 20, 30, 40%, and then there's another 10% retracement. So all that we have to do now is get used to this. We need to understand the market that we're in. It is volatile now. Because the altcoins are growing so quick, the retracements are also going to be bigger. But they are a lot smaller than the growth that we're getting in the altcoins. So we need to sort of get used to these days because they're going to happen. Once or twice a week, guys, we are going to have the day where these altcoins are going to get a bit hurt. They are going to get a bit hurt, but are they actually getting that hurt if we look at higher time frames? They're getting a lot more growth in the retrace. It's healthy, guys. It's healthy for us to be retracing. So if we have a look quickly at dominance, what we did say is we are going to have some sort of little bounce. Now, we had the bounce, and when we bounced up yesterday, when did it bounce? When Bitcoin started to drop. So now they are going to try hold Bitcoin at specific levels. We don't want Bitcoin to accelerate too far downwards. Otherwise, it will turn the whole market down, and they have to protect it. So when we had that little shoot up is when Bitcoin dropped yesterday. Then what happened is we have now started making our way down. Now, it is possible that this dominance can make its way up. So what's going to happen now is I sort of remember we had a strong acceleration downwards in the markets. So now we needed to calm down. So it is possible that the levels that we dropped to yesterday, that we can get back to those levels today. And we'll go through those coins now. But it needs to calm down. And that will also give the dominance a chance to get up there again. The problem is with the dominance, if we have a look at RSIs and we look at let's just get the higher time frames over there. Okay, the 8 hours up, that's good. Let's have a look at the daily. So we can see the daily stochastic RSI has only just lifted its ground. So meaning that the dominance is not just going to accelerate up, but it's sort of going to sit in this level. It's not just going to drop straight away like this. And this usually happens after big sort of dump days, where it needs a day or two, cool down, it must calm down. Once it calms down, that's good. That's where growth can start again. So we're actually expecting about a sideways for the next day or so, but in the range that we have, that we've made in the last day. So we should stick in the lows that we had and everything. So right now, everything is on par with dominance. It's looking good. Just having a cool down. It can't just happen everything in one sort of go. We are going to get to that stage where everything's just going to go berserk, but for now it needs to ladder things and step things up. They're not just going to explode the market straight away. It's going to happen in stages, but we are at that level where the altcoins are going to give us 40, 50, 60% gains in a week. They're going to be doing this consistently for the next month or two, which is great. So I'm expecting a bit of sideways, a little bit of a push up to the dominance, to the same sort of region. But this is good. The fact that we got rejected there yesterday is good. It's showing us that dominance is still well on the altcoin side, and we're not just completely smashing straight back up and reversing. So we are still very much in the downward cycle on dominant. So let's go have a look at Bitcoin. Let's see what happened yesterday with Bitcoin. So if we have a look, Bitcoin, what I did do with the range, and I just wanted to show you guys this, was our range was basically in this zone. But I want to show you what we've basically sort of seen where Bitcoin is at the moment. So we've been talking that Bitcoin needs to sit between the $55,000 and the $60,000 mark. This sideways is good. Now, the main thing that we do need to understand with Bitcoin was last week when we broke through and Bitcoin finally made momentum up, we did reverse. We made the higher high and we started to reverse the previous down cycle that Bitcoin was in. We could see that clearly. Now, what does happen is when we break these resistances, we like to come and test them. Remember that all of these previous high zones were previous resistances. Now, the fact that we have broken through that level, they come down and they test that same level as support. So now that gives us a good indication that we've broken out, but this little downward sideways cycle is good. It's needed from Bitcoin. Because if we actually have a look at what is playing out, let's make that a bit bigger, this is actually turning out to be a beautiful high time frame inverse head and shoulders. So all that we are doing is coming down and testing the trend support, which is good. And we are also testing all of these horizontal supports as well. Where did Bitcoin bounce yesterday? It bounced on those supports. So today, what I am expecting is for us to come down to that zone again and play in the zone still. Remember, bigger picture, we are still running in the sideways momentum. So we are not dropping main lows. We are not doing anything higher time frame that's unhealthy. It's just prepping for the next move. We must expect we're going to have 7 days of growth, 2 to 3 days of bad. 7 days of growth, the growth is a lot bigger than that. So Bitcoin is still looking really good. For those guys who are not in Bitcoin and looking to accumulate, anywhere between the 50, I'll probably say 54,500, because it is possible we can get to that level, to the 56,000. Anywhere in that region, it's a good buy for Bitcoin, because we are just prepping for the next push up. Definitely. So we're looking really good in the zone, and where we're sitting is healthy. So Bitcoin is looking good, and we will update as we go. Tomorrow we'll see where Bitcoin's sitting again, and we can go from there. Now, a quick look at Ethereum. So remember that I've been keeping this buy zone here, and I've been hoping that we can get there, because that was going to be the bargain for us for Ethereum, and it's very possible we can still get there. The main thing is, guys, that we broke all-time high. We made the higher high. This may not seem important now, but we're going to soon realize how important that break of high was. All that we are doing is we did not come and test these supports. You remember that these were previous highs that we had. We got there, it got rejected, and then we smashed straight through it. We've never come down and tested that support zone yet. We've never come and tested these areas yet. So it is likely that it can come down to those zones. I've had this now for 4 or 5 days, this zone, to say that this, if we can get Ethereum there, it is beautiful. It is perfect for us to be stocking up. So what we need to make sure is, guys, we are approaching buy zone for Ethereum. We were actually lucky to get this, and it didn't just go berserk. We are getting to a good zone. I'd probably say last chances for us to get in before it really starts to rally. And that's basically between 1,850 and the 1,920 sort of mark. So anywhere in the zone is a good stage for us to be stocking up. Now, what it is going to do, and I'm going to teach you a little trick today, that when we get to these buy zones, that when we approach our way down, we approach in waves. And when we make our way down to this buy zone, what we are actually going to do is we are going to form a downwards trend. Meaning we are going to form a resistance trend that we can track the momentum. It's coming down slowly. We can track that now. And when we get to the buy zone, start laddering in, start getting some buys in. But you don't buy everything just yet. You buy 30 to 50% in the buy zone for what was allocated for Ethereum. Remember that when you're entering any of these coins, you should have a set amount that you're saying that that's what I want to spend on Ethereum, or Bitcoin, or any of the coins. Now, whatever amount that is, when we get to the buy zone, look to buy at least 50% of that allocated amount in that zone. And then we got a nice resistance trend that we are going to track to see when are we breaking the downwards momentum. So what's going to happen is it's going to run sideways, a little bit down, a little bit down. When we get to the zone, we start buying in, and the break of that trend is when you then buy in the remaining of what you wanted to put in. So that's just a nice way for you to know that I've bought 50%, maybe it goes a little bit lower. Maybe we have a quick wick down and starts coming a little bit lower. But then we start breaking the trend. So it's all about getting the great entries for the bigger picture so that you can sit back, you can relax, and you can allow the trade to run as freely and as long as it wants to go. So Ethereum's looking really good. The 1,850 to the 1,920 sort of dollars mark is a steal. It's a really good buy for Ethereum, and we're actually lucky to be getting that. Remember, $3,000 to $4,000 is my next target for Ethereum, the next leg up. So we are looking good. We are still looking healthy. All we're coming and doing is testing previous supports. So Ethereum is looking great. Now let's quickly have a look at a few of the coins that we've been chatting about. Let's get into to see the major alts, which ones are looking good. So unluckily, some of the alts like DOT is one of them. NEO is one of them. These coins are gone already. They have already shot through. They've already moved. So we're going to have to be patient to get some new entries on that. But what's exciting, guys, and what I'm going to bring to you guys from tomorrow, we shall start, is as much as I'm going to give you guys trades to the USDT, I'm going to start giving you trades to some Bitcoin as well. Let's start building that Bitcoin. I saw yesterday excited a lot, and we need to be excited because that's where the true value is. We keep accumulating USDT. Building your Bitcoin is the ultimate goal. So we are going to be bringing the BTC charts. I just need to be a little bit more patient because you saw the big view. I'll show you 2 seconds there quickly, just so we can see. If we have a look, let's jump to the LITECOIN one. Let's jump to the daily. We are nearly there. So let's make that bigger, and then we can see. We are nearly there. Nearly. So we just got to be a little bit more patient until we start breaking these downward daily trends to the Bitcoin. So that is going to come where we're going to have a dream with making Bitcoin. just by holding coins. That's it. You hold the right coin, you make Bitcoin. And it's powerful to understand that. So let's jump in. Let's go have a look quickly. So I'm going to jump to the major list folder here quickly. I bought dips yesterday. Don't get it wrong. The panic when it comes in on a big red day, buy the red, sell the green. Don't do it the other way around. I'm sure a lot of people yesterday wanted to sell. That means you're selling the red and you're buying the green. So you're buying the green when the coin's already pumped, you're buying, and you're selling when the coins are dumping. You're doing it the complete wrong way. You need to be buying the dips and selling the rallies that go upwards. So if we have a look at Link quickly, where's Chainlink sitting at? How are we looking? Chainlink's looking really good. So all that it needed was, what usually happens is when we break through these resistances, we do accumulate and we prep for the next move. The main goal was we made the higher high, we get the higher lows. Now, same thing, guys. This is a steal. If it does come down, it never went as low yesterday. It is possible it can come down here again. If you can still get Chainlink between $28 and $30, it's a steal for Chainlink. We are lucky to get it. This was a big reversal and a big push upwards. So this is not unnatural for us to come down to the zone. It's just prepping for the next move. So guys, have a look. Keep a mind out that between $28 and $30, get Chainlink. Remember where the next target is for Chainlink, $60 to $73 for Chainlink. So make sure that you're getting ready on that. Remember that between, especially our trading portfolio, I am splitting my trading portfolio. It's another diagram that we're going to make for you guys so I can see, because we went through the HODL portfolio, but what's the trading portfolio? Now, the trading portfolio is the tool for me to just make money so that I can stock up more. Now, Chainlink is in my HODL portfolio. So if I can make a great trade on Chainlink, make a good 50 or 100%, I can take my initial capital out, and that 100% that I made off Chainlinks, I can send them straight to my HODL portfolio and keep building it, and I can keep taking it. So with Chainlink, I'm putting at least 15, 20% of my trading capital into Chainlink. I'm actually splitting them between 4 or 5 coins, but we will get back into that. Remember, everyone's going to have their own coins. We're all going to be taking different trades. It's just about not taking too much and remembering what your trading portfolio is actually there for. It's there to make the money and take those profits so that you can load your HODL. So Chainlink is looking really good, $28 to $30. Looking really good. I'm not going to get into that just yet. It still needs some time. Now, if we look at Uni, guys, this is the one. We have entered buy zone. What did we say? If we don't get the higher high, we're going to come down to buy zone. Where did it bounce? On the bottom of the buy zone. So I think it's going to be quiet. It's going to sit and go sideways in the zone. But this is stock up point. We are lucky to get it at the prices. So between $28 and call it $30 for Uni is it's a good zone to stock up. And remember, Uni is also sitting in our HODL portfolio. So once we've made some profits, we're going to take our initial capital out and send those Unis to the HODL. We've made them for free. So Uni is looking really good. And Uni, I'm still expecting, is it marked? There we go. $42 to $47 on Uni. So you can see we're not just jumping to multiple hundreds of coins. I can bring 100 of coins, but we're focusing on the major alts. We're focusing on the ones that still haven't done anything. We've seen what Neo's done, what these coins are doing. Has Uni done that yet? And I think, talking to the community now, I hope you're starting to understand sideways and the volatility. Sideways is good. It's prepping for the next move. So Uni is looking really good, and that's a steal for us to look at. Just remember, the $26 sort of mark is the main support. We don't want to make much lower lows than that, but I'll be there to update, and we'll update as we go. Having a look at THETA. So you see what market we're in, guys. You see what happens. You need to get used to this volatility. Look what happens. Shoot up. Look at that wick down. Guys, this is here to scare the crap out of everyone. It's literally there to make you worry. That's what it's there for. So that when we drop, we go up, we tank down. As we get to the bottom, you panic, you sell out, they send the price up again. Then they send the price up. You like, oh, now I sold. Now you buy back in. Now they send the price down again. Do you see how it's a game? So you need to be patient. You need to allow these things. End of the day, we got the entries right at the bottom. And when that strong wick came down yesterday, it wicked to our entry zone. That's all that it did. That's when you know you got a good entry. When a big dump comes out and it hits perfectly in the zone and shoots out again. So the fact is, we are outside the resistance. We are breaking. We are looking good. Sideways a bit in the zone. And definitely THETA still to the moon. I'm still very happy with THETA. $20, $25, $30 from THETA. For now, we know our buys are good. So THETA's looking good, and I'll be giving you guys a stop loss update on Twitter today to make sure that we know where's the main sort of goals. But we are looking good with THETA. THETA's looking really good. Let's jump into CARDANO. Let's go see where CARDANO is sitting. Guys, you see where we're sitting? We're sitting in our buy zones. Do you see how quickly they accelerate this? And what's going to actually happen here is that was a big sort of downwards reversal. We didn't get the main lower low, which is good. But you see this choppiness. It's there to scare you. It's there to make you nervy in the market, to sell at the wrong times. Remember, we're all fighting for the same coins. So they're going to scare you. Why? Because so they can buy their coins. What I'm expecting with Cardano is the same sideways motion. Is this bit of play? And what it's actually going to start doing is going to form us a new pennant. And then we will know the breakout. So Cardano, we are good. We are in great buy zones. It's just going to take some time. Be patient. The next 2 days, next day or two is going to be a little bit boring. It sucks. We need to understand that as well and be patient with it. Remember, the money moves in the market from the patient, from the impatient to the patient. So we need to understand that. So Cardano is looking really good. Let's jump back there. Now, which one did I give yesterday? I think it was 2 days ago. I gave Ocean. And yesterday we were sitting there. Straight after the call, I put the tweet out, get Ocean. What happened to Ocean? Boom. Perfect to buy zone, pop out. Now, it's not reversed just yet. We still have the main resistance that we need to break out. Now, we might have a second chance to get back in the zone. Guys, if Ocean gets to the zone, it's a great buy. Remember, this should also be a good portion in your HODL portfolio. So this is a good buy for us to be getting in. Today, I'm going to focus on about 5 entries to make sure that we are in good coins. It's going to make us some good money now in the next few days, and then we can split again and we can move. So remember, the micro alts, I would say in the trading portfolio, I would put 70 to 75% in the major alts, in the bigger alts, and I'll be putting 25% in the micro alts. The micro alts are there to make small money big. So with Ocean at the moment, still between 1.40 and 1.53 is great for Ocean for entry. I did give you guys a stop loss zone as well. So remember, I did show you how to put your stop zone, your limit, make sure it's the top level, and your stop, make sure it's the bottom, so that there's a range that your stop loss doesn't get dropped through. So this is a great one for us to be getting into and make sure if we get it back. Otherwise, the next alarm bell is if we break that trend and we get above those highs. Get in, because Ocean has got a long way to go. Where we're looking with LITECOIN. Now, same thing here for the guys that bought LITECOIN. Guys, there's big news going on about LITECOIN. I am excited. Having a look at that Bitcoin, that LITECOIN to BTC chart just excites me so much to see that where can LITECOIN actually go. It's actually got nothing so far. Look at that. This little pusher is already shooting LITECOIN strong. Guys, I'm telling you, one of these days we are going to get these rallies where you're going to see LITECOIN explode. I still feel it's going to get to 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. We'll work on that. But if I can see the chart here, there's a lot of Bitcoin to come LITECOIN's way. And the news is spreading. Grayscale is buying LITECOIN. We are starting to get to a point where LITECOIN is becoming a big role again. It's becoming, fundamentally or not, the charts are showing us that this coin is coming back into form. Same with XRP. You can see how they just come. So these coins are still no coins. Get them in your bags and make sure. So what I have with LITECOIN here is add to position zone. We already got great entries. Let's make that bigger. We got beautiful entries out in the zone. Now we have just broken resistance. Remember what I just said with Bitcoin? We come and test support. So anywhere now between $210 to $220 is add-on positions. I'm buying some more LITECOIN because I still see this coin. I do have a shorter term target where I'm going to take some of my initial capital out, and that's between the $270 and the $300 mark. Then I'm going to leave the remaining LITECOIN, put it in my HODL portfolio, and let that ride, because I see this getting to at least $1,000, $2,000, which is great. It's 500 to 1,000%. That's brilliant, especially with a bigger amount. Quickly here on EGLD. So remember, LITECOIN add-on, THETA, we are still in buy zone. Uni, we are in buy zone. Cardano, we are in buy zone. We're lucky to get them again, guys. We needed the big retracement yesterday to get those coins. So there's already 4 there for you guys to be getting ready for. Quick updates on EGLD. No buys just yet. We have to be patient now. You see the problem, guys. If you don't get your buy, Do you see what happens? You struggle to get the buys again because it just goes and goes and goes. So what I do want to just update on EGLD is when we get to the $205 to the $215 mark for EGLD, I want us to take a portion of the capital that we put in and the rest put to the hodl and hold this coin. There's big news also on EGLD. We'll get around to top out on a bit later for you guys, but EGLD is looking brilliant, especially chart-wise, fundamental-wise, and I think $1,000, $2,000, same from this coin going forward. Let's make some for free and let's fill the hodl portfolio. So EGLD is looking brilliant. Just put your stop losses at entry, guys. All of these ones that have already shot off 20, 30%, put those stop losses at entries. It just takes away those nerves to know that doesn't matter what happens, you're okay and you can breathe. Now, quick updates. I'm going to finish up now shortly, so it's not too long. Quick update here on VTHO. So I told you guys I'm buying 50% back of VTHO. We went, everything got a little bit overextended yesterday. So yes, it went a little bit lower, but look how we're pushing. Now, what I want here and what we can see is sideways. We are in that zone again. Now, if you didn't buy your 50% back, this is where you can buy that 50%. Don't buy the remaining 50. Remember, I told you we're going to buy the remaining on the break of that resistance. So for now, if you're buying VTHO back, we will see what this coin is going to do. I'm very excited for everyone to see it. But if you missed the buys, this is the buy. Anywhere, to the low even of yesterday, if it does come anywhere in that region, but anywhere between 1.45 cents to 1.55 cents, that's a great buy. Get in and we're going to buy the remaining. So we're still leaving 50% capital, which was allocated to VTHO. We are leaving for the break of that resistance. That's looking good. Quick one on TVK. TVK is good. It's come down to lower zones, which is fine. This should be a smaller portion. Leave this, just give it its time that it needs. All that it did was came and tested these supports again and the lower zones, that's fine. We're going to know when it's extremely bullish. If you got stopped out, that's fine. It doesn't matter. We will be getting back in. For the guys that are still in, hold strong. Make sure you're not over-invested. We've got a lot of coins that we need to get through, and we're going to track this resistance. The breakout is going to give us the key level. So that's looking good. Fronts. Where's our front lovers? It's been boring, boring, boring. What did we speak about yesterday with fronts? Their fronts exploded, and we said sideways is good. All of a sudden, fronts out of nowhere, boom. We pop straight up. So front is finally getting volume. It's getting momentum. We can see volume is coming in, which is great. And when does the volume come in? When we break trend. It's powerful how we can just use these lines and make trading simple. So this is looking really good. Put your front and put your stop losses at your entries, guys. Just put it at the bottom of the zones of the entries. Put them there for now and leave front to do what it's got to do. When it gets to these take profit zones, I'll help you. Let's get some percentages out and let's leave the remaining, because still fundamentally front's a huge coin. Coti, a little bit extended yesterday, but we are still running in that sideways channel. Sideways, 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 sideways. So just be patient with Coti. The true volume will come in like we saw now with front. When we break that main resistance is when we're going to see the true volume push upwards. Have a look quickly at WIN. Guys, we're getting close to a stage where we're going to buy back some WIN if it's a profits, or for the guys that missed it, we're going to get WIN again. It just needs to calm down. So WIN, I think we'll give it a few days, but we will pick WIN up. End of the day, we are still 400-500% up from the entry, so that's brilliant. Hold on tight. What is fun about WIN is they got a system where they burn coins every month. They're talking about this coin possibly getting to $1, and it never made sense to me until you figure out that they actually burn coins every month. For the winnings that get given out to the people, the coins get removed from the system once it's been paid out, which is it's awesome. So WIN is a great one for us to look at it. And obviously, look at Pundi, guys. We got the new coin. So the guys that were sitting in Pundi, the new coin has launched now. Now, I know Binance, it hasn't reflected just yet, but it's here on TradingView. We are seeing how it is launched. You can see FTX has it now. And look at this. It's starting to move, guys. So I'm very excited with Pundi. And the next thing that they have is when Pundi gets to $15, they're going to burn more coins. They're going to reduce it even more. So I actually think Pundi is going to become a very high value coin. So I'm holding Pundi for quite a while in my wallet, and I'm going to hold them for the next few months, and let's see where it gets. But this is good, guys. People get very excited when these things happen with the coins, when you reduce. Like remember DOT. DOT also got, DOT actually got, it used to be a higher value coin, got pushed all the way down, and look how people rally into these sort of things. So Pundi's looking really good. I'm happy with that. REV got a little bit nerve-wracking yesterday. It started to come down quite hard. We are holding this coin for the next 6 months, guys. Leave REV. Rev is good, and there comes the volume and shot us straight back. So it just hits a demand zone and it then shot straight up. So Rev is looking good. TFUEL, you can see I've moved the buy zone a little bit lower because this is good. Remember what I said about slowing down? Slowing down is perfect. So TFUEL is good. It's still in buy zone. TFUEL, remember, it falls in my 15% HODL portfolio sort of capital. So same with the, it's under my micro alts. So I won't put more than 30% or 20, call it in the 30% mark of my smaller cap coins in my trading wallet, well, my trading portfolio, sorry. So we're not putting too much amount of money, but remember, TFUEL makes you a lot of money from small amounts. So buy some TFUEL, be patient with it. We are slowing down. I'm still seeing $1 to $2 from TFUEL, which is looking good. And the last one that we did speak about yesterday, we had, I see it has been removed here, was the sell zone. Just mark that again, which I hope you guys took a bit of profits. If not, it's okay. We are still looking. All that we're waiting for from LIT is for us to finally, just move that out the way, is for us to finally break that main pennant. So let's make that smaller. Let's push that way. There we go. Okay. There we go. Just patience. It's all that it takes. You're going to see what happens when we break this main resistance point. LIT is going to shoot and it's going to shoot strong. Remember, $20 to $23. So LIT, for those who are not in LIT yet, anywhere in these regions is a good buy for LIT. And let me just make that a nice green for everyone. And I'll get this out on Twitter as well. So anywhere that we can still get LIT for 8.28 to the 9.48, that is still a great buy. We got a feeling that this is going to become a part of the Polkadot, what's it, the parachains or all of that. I've been listening to a lot of the guys. I'm very much on the charts, but we're getting good news on LIT. So LIT's looking really good. I've stock up on this coin is looking good. So guys, quick recap. That's it for today. Remember to like and subscribe, and follow us on Twitter. Keep following. Banter bags are huge. Remember, I've also opened this account. And as I close this, meeting up with everyone, you can see what did I do yesterday. We started this with 90,000. We are still sitting in that more or less region, but look how I've been buying. I have THETA, I have Uni, I have VTHO, I have Link, I have Cardano, I have TFUEL, I have Phantom, I have Ocean. So you can see we are buying. There in front of you guys, I'm buying with you guys, and I'm leaving a bit of capital. So I still have $38,000. I'm leaving some capital in case we get a little bit cheaper. So remember, guys, that I'll be back tomorrow and I'll be helping you guys also on Twitter. Have a great day, everyone, and I will see you all later. Cheers, guys.